Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Welcome to this morning's Srimad Bhagavatam class. It's from Canto 1, Chapter 8, and Text 23. And this is a recording of a lecture given by Srila Prabhupada himself. Hare Krishna. So, without further ado, we'll start the class. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Sachodhanandana Brajajana Ranjana, Sachodhanandana Brajajana Ranjana, Sachodhanandana Brajajana Ranjana, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Jaya Radha Madhava भगवत्पाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य सत्तर शतसिमाद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। रामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। समवेत भक्तवृंद की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू देयर संबल। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू देयर संबल। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू देयर संबल। थैंक यू वेरी मच। हरे
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 यथा ऋषिकेश कुलेन देवकी कंसेन वृद्धा अतिचिरं सुचापिता विमोचिता अहं च सह आत्मजा विभो त्वया एव नातेन मुहुर्विपद गुणात् यथा ऋषिकेश कुलेन देवकी कंसेन रुद्धाति चिरं सुचापिता विमोचिताहं च सहात्मजा विभो त्वयैव नातेन मुहुर्विपद्गुणात् यथा ऋषिकेश कुलेन देवकी कंसेन रुद्धाति चिरं सुचापिता विमोचिताहं च सहात्मजा विभो त्वयैव नातेन मुहुर्विपद्गुणात् यथा ऋषिकेश कुलेन देवकी कंसेन रुद्धाति चिरं सुचापिता विमोचिताहं च सहात्मजा विभो त्वयैव नातेन मुहुर्विपद्गुणात्
विमोचिताहं च सहात्मजा विभो त्वयैव नातेन मुहुर्विपद्गुणात्
ऋषिकेश कुलेन देवकी कंसेन रुद्धाति चिरं सुचापिता
विमोचिताहं च सहात्मजा विभो
त्वयैव नातेन मुहुर्विपद्गुणात् यथा ऋषिकेश कुलेन देवकी
कंसेन रुद्धाति चिरं सुचापिता
Vipatganat
Rikisha Kalena Devaki Kamsena Rudhati Chiram Sucharpita Vimochita Hamsa Sahat Maja Vibho Vaeva Natena Morur
Muhur Bima Vipadgana. Now girls. That's all. No, what meaning?
Jata, as it were, Rishikesha, the master of the senses, Kalena, by the envious, Devaki, the mother of Sri Krishna, Kamsena, by King Kamsa, Ruddha, imprisoned, Ati Chirang, for a long time, Shucharpita, distressed, Vimochita, released, Ahangcha, also myself, Sahatmaja, along with my children, Vibho, O great one, Tvayoeva, by your lordship, Natena, as the protector, Muhu, constantly, Vipadganat, series of dangers. Translation: O Hrishikesha, master of the senses and lord of lords, you have released your mother Devaki, who was long imprisoned and distressed by the envious King Kamsa, and myself and my children, from a series of constant dangers.
So, this is the position of devotees. That Devaki, who happens to be the mother of Krishna, she is not ordinary woman who can become the mother of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The most advanced devotee, so that Krishna has agreed to become her son. In his previous life, the husband and wife, they underwent severe austerities, and when Krishna appeared before them and wanted to give them benediction, they wanted a son like God. So, where can be another person who is equal to God? That is not possible. God means there is no equal, there is no greater. Asama urdha. That is God. God, there cannot be any competition that you are God, I am God, he is God, he is God. No. These are dogs. They are not God. God means without competition. One. God is one. Nobody is greater, asamartha. Nobody is greater than him. Nobody is equal to him. Everyone is lower. Ekala, Ishar, Krishna, Arsa, Bhrita. Only master is Krishna, God. And everyone servant. Never mind. Even if he is Brahma, Vishnu or Shiva, big demigods, and what to speak of others. Shiva Virinchi Nutam. In the Shastra it is said that he is offered respect by Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. They are the topmost demigods. There are demigods. Above the human being, there are demigods. As we are human beings, above the lower creatures, lower animals. Similarly, above us, there are demigods. And the most important demigod is Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva. Lord Brahma is the creator of this universe. And Lord Shiva is the destroyer of this universe. And Lord Vishnu is the maintainer. Lord Vishnu is Krishna himself. So for the maintenance of this material world, there are three gunas, Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. So each one of them has taken charge of one department. So Lord Vishnu has taken the department of Satogun, and Lord Brahma has taken the department of Rajogun, and Lord Shiva has taken the department of Tamagun. They are not under the influence of these gunas. Just like the superintendent of jail, he is not a prisoner, he is controlling officer. Similarly, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, although they are controlling each department, they are not under the controlling department. We may not commit mistake. So, Rishikesha, Krishna is the supreme controller. Rishik means senses. So, we are enjoying our senses, but ultimately the controller is Krishna. Suppose this is my hand, I am claiming it is my hand. I shall give you a good feast on you. I am very much proud. But I am not controller. The controller is Krishna. If he withdraws the power of the activity of your arm, you become paralyzed. Although you are claiming it is my hand, I shall use it, but when it is paralyzed, you cannot do anything. Therefore, I may have possessed this hand by the grace of Krishna, but I am not the controller. That is Krishna consciousness. Therefore, a sane man will think that ultimately if this hand is to be controlled by Krishna, then it is meant for Krishna. This is the common sense understanding. I am claiming that it is my hand, this is my leg, this is my ear. Even children say, ask the children, what is this? It is my hand. But we may claim, but actually it is not our hand, it is given. Because I wanted to use my hands in so many ways, Krishna has given all lives. You take this hand, use it. So it is gift of Krishna. Therefore, a sane man is always conscious that whatever I have got in my possession, first of all this body and senses, they are actually not mine. I have given all these possession for utility. So if ultimately everything belongs to Krishna, why it is not utilized for Krishna? That is Krishna consciousness. That is Krishna consciousness. That is intelligence. If I am given all these things for my use, for my sense gratification, but ultimately it belongs to Krishna. Mamavivangsa jivota. Everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. So everyone's senses are also Krishna's. So when these senses are utilized for Krishna's service, that is perfection of life. And so long it is utilized for my sense gratification, it is Maya. Therefore, bhakti means Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanang Bhakti Ruchat. Rishikena, by the senses, this Rishikesa, Sevanam, when you serve Rishikesa, really master of the senses, that is called bhakti. A very simple description, definition of bhakti. Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam. Rishikesha Sevanam. Not Rishik Sevanam. Rishik means senses. So, when senses are used for sense gratification, that is Maya. And when senses are used for the gratification of the master of the senses, that is called bhakti. Very simple definition. Anyone can understand. So, generally, in this material world, everyone is using the senses for sense gratification. That's all. That is their bondage. That is Maya, illusion. And when he comes to Krishna consciousness, purified, when he understands that actually these senses are meant for satisfying Krishna, then he is liberated person. Mukta, Mukta Purush, liberated person. Iha jasya harer dasya karmana manasa vacha. When one comes to this position, that my senses are meant for serving the master of the senses, Rishikesh. The master of the senses is sitting within your heart. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishta. I am seated in everyone's heart. Matta smriti jnanam apohananj. From me, remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness is coming. So, why that? Because Krishna is so merciful. If I want to use my senses in a certain way, not my senses, it is Krishna's given. So Krishna gives the chance. All right, utilize it. Suppose I have got tongue. If I want, Krishna, I want to eat stool. I want to taste stool. Yes, Krishna will say, yes, you can take this body of hog and eat stool. The master is there, Krishna. Therefore Krishna says, Matta smriti jnanam apahananj. He gives you the body, reminds you, my dear living entity, you wanted to eat stool, now you have got a proper body. Now utilize, here is stool also. Similarly, if you want to become demigod, that also Krishna gives you chance. Anything. There are 8,400,000 forms of life. If you want to engage your senses in any type of body, Krishna is giving you. Come on, here is the body you take. But we become exasperated by using our senses. Ultimately we become senseless. Therefore Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam. Don't do like this. Your senses are meant for serving me. So you are misusing it. By misusing, you are being entrapped in different types of body. Therefore, to get relief from this tedious business of accepting one body and giving it up, again another body and another, to continue this material existence, if you give up this process of sense gratification and surrender unto me, then you are saved. This is Krishna consciousness. So, at the present moment, our senses are contaminated. I am thinking I am American. So, my senses should be utilized for the service of my country, my society, my nation, big leaders, big, so many things. The real concept is that I am American. So, my senses are American senses. So it must be utilized for American. Similarly, Indians are thinking, others are thinking, but none of them do know it, that senses belong to Krishna. This is ignorance. No intelligence. They are thinking for the time being that these senses, upadhi, designate American senses, Indian senses, African senses. No, this is called Maya. It is covered. Therefore, bhakti means sarvapadhi vinirmuktam. When your senses will be uncontaminated with all these diseases, that is the beginning of bhakti. If I think I am American, why shall I take Krishna consciousness? It is Hindu God. Well, that is foolishness. If I think I am Mohammedan, I am Christian, then you are gone. But if we purify the senses, that I am spirit soul, the supreme spirit soul is Krishna, I am part and parcel of Krishna, therefore it is my duty to serve Krishna, then you become free immediately. Immediately. You are no more American, Indian or African or this or that. You are Krishnite, Krishna conscious. That is what. Therefore, Kunti Devi says, Rishikesha, my dear Krishna, you are the master of the senses. And for the sense gratification, we are fallen in this material condition of life, different varieties of life. So, we are suffering. In this suffering to the extent, even one becomes Krishna's mother, because this is material birth, she is also put into suffering. What to speak of others? Devaki is so advanced that she has become the mother of Krishna. But still, he is put into difficulties. And difficulties by whom? By his brother, Kamsa. So this world is like that. Try to understand. Even you become Krishna's mother, and even your brother, who is very nearest relative, so the world is such, jealous, that if one's personal interest is hampered, everyone will be ready to give you trouble. This is the word. Everyone, even if his brother, even his father, what to speak of others? Khalena. Khala means jealous. This material world is jealous, envious. I am envious of you, you are envious of me. This is our business. This is our business. Therefore, this Krishna consciousness movement is for such person who is no more jealous, who is no more envious. Perfect person. Dharma projita koitavayatra parama nirma saranang satang vastava vastu vedama. Those who are jealous and envious, they are within this material world. And those who are not jealous, they are in the spiritual world. Just a simple thing. You test yourself. Whether I am jealous, envious of my other associates, friends, everything, then I am in the material world. And if I am not jealous, then I am in the spiritual world. Anyone can test. There is no question of whether I am spiritually advanced or not. You can test yourself. Bhakti parishanu bhava virakti annatra syat. Just like if you are eating, you will understand whether you are satisfied, whether your hunger is satisfied. You haven't got to take certificate from others. Similarly, if you test yourself, whether you are jealous, whether you are envious, then you are in the material world. And if you are not jealous, if you are not envious, then in the spiritual world. Then you can serve Krishna very nicely. If you are not jealous, because our jealous envious has began from Krishna, just like the Mayavadi. Why Krishna shall be God? I am also God. I am also. So this is the beginning of material life. To become envious of Krishna. Why Krishna shall be enjoyed? I shall be enjoyed. Why Krishna shall enjoy the gopis? I shall become Krishna and enjoy, make a society of gopis and enjoy. This is Maya. Nobody can be enjoyer. Krishna therefore says, Bhoktaram Jagat. See, Krishna is the only enjoyer. And if we supply ingredients for his enjoyment, that is our perfection of life. And if we want to imitate Krishna, that I shall become a god, I shall become an imitator, enjoyer, then you are in the mark. Simply, our business is just like the gopis' life. Krishna is enjoying, and they are supplying the ingredients of enjoyment. Yes. This is bhakti. We are meant for Krishna is supplying the servant and master. The servant is being supplied all the necessities by the master. But the servant's duty is to serve the master. That's all. Ego bahunang ju vidadhati kaman nitya nityanam chetanas chetana. These are the Vedic infants. Krishna is supplying you immense all the necessities of life. There is no scarcity, there is no economic problem. You simply try to serve Krishna, then everything is complete. Because he is Rishikesh. There is so much, if Krishna desires, there may be ample supplies. Just like in your country, there is ample supplies. In other country, I went to Switzerland, everything is imported, no supply. The supply is only snow. Take as much snow as you like. You see? Similarly, everything is under the control of Krishna. If you become devotee, then there is no snow supply, simply food supply. And if you don't become devotee, be covered with snow, that's all. Covered with cloud. Everything is under Krishna's control. So actually there is no scarcity. The scarcity is Krishna consciousness. So if you become Krishna conscious, then everything is ample. There is no scarcity. This is the process. Taya Rishikesh. And here he said, Taya Jatha Rishikesh Khalena Deva. The world is full of dangers. But Devaki, Kunti Devi says, but because Devaki is your devotee, you saved her from the distresses offered by her envious brother. As soon as the brother heard that my sister's son, eighth son of my sister, will kill me, he was ready immediately to kill Devaki. So he was pacified by Devaki's husband. It is the duty of the husband to give protection. Yeah, my dear brother-in-law, why you are envious to your sister? After all, your sister will not kill you. Her son will kill you. That is the problem. So I shall deliver all the sons to you. Then you can do whatever you like. Why you are killing this innocent girl? Newly married, she is your younger sister, just like your daughter. You should give her protection. What you are doing this? So Kansa became pacified. He believed in the words of Vasudeva that he will deliver all the sons, and if you like, can kill. He thought, let me save the present situation. After all, later on, when Kansa gets a nephew, he may forget this enviousness, but he is never to forget. Yeah. He killed all the sons and kept them in prison. Sucharpita, Badhya, Atichiram. Atichiram meant for a long time. So, you are saved. Devaki, you are saved after all. Similarly, if we take the position of Devaki and Kunti just like with her sons, Pancha Pandava, 5 Pandavas, after she became widow, the whole plan was Dhritarashtra's, how to kill these children of my younger brother. Because by chance I was blind, so I could not get the throne of the kingdom. My younger brother got it. Now he is dead. So at least my sons, they should get the throne. That was his policy, Dhritarashtra's policy. I could not get. This is material propensities. I shall be happy, my sons shall be happy, my community shall be happy, my nation shall be happy. These are extended selfishness. Nobody is thinking how Krishna will be happy. Every man is thinking in his own terms. How I shall be happy, how my children shall be happy, my community shall be happy, my society shall be happy, my nation. This is the struggle for existence. Everybody will find. This is material existence. Nobody is thinking how Krishna will be happy. Therefore, this Krishna consciousness is very sublime. Try to understand from Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. And Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam. And try to engage your senses for the service of the master of the senses, then you will be happy. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. So another wonderful, wonderful lecture by Srila Prabhupada. There's so many points here that he talked about. And now this is the time for devotees to unmute yourself. Anyone who wants to share some comments or ask a question or connect to a realization that they have been able to realize by listening to the lecture, please unmute yourself and share. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. August to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Okay.
So it was good to hear Srila Prabhupada stress again on the point that brought us into this material world, and that is
Mm.
envy, being
Yes.
envious of Krishna. So, very important to meditate on that and see if we are envious of anybody. If we are, then we need to rectify it. How? By serving that devotee of whom we are so envious of. So, I really like the reminder that we should not be envious. Otherwise, we can go back to Godhead. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you for bringing up the point, Srila Prabhupada, stressing it again, that we cannot go back to the spiritual world because our original disease, if we are envious, we can't go back with that original disease of envy. And then thank you for also bringing it up that if we are envying any devotee, we should actually serve that devotee, and that will help to take that envious emotion from our minds and our hearts. Hare Krishna. Anyone else that wants to share, you can unmute and do so. Hare Krishna. You can
Hare
also
Krishna.
ask, okay, go ahead.
Please accept my humble obeisance as all Srila Prabhupada. Very powerful class. Another very powerful class by Srila Prabhupada. Really amazing. Few points, really came up, but I wanted to thank Mother Gita for this point of envy because it really shows, how much we have within us that we are not aware of, and we really need to check. And sometimes we don't even know that we have it. And it's very important that we take shelter, take help from spiritual masters, senior devotees to really see, do I have this issue? Sometimes we don't even know what it is, and like Mother Gita said, if we have the envy, we can't go back to God because we envy the Lord. That's why we are here. So if we're going to envy the devotees of the Lord, then there goes the Lord. He's not going to be happy. But yeah, that was a very powerful point by Mother Gita. One point that I wanted to, that was a wow moment for me was how every senses that is given by Krishna that we have, we think that we own. We actually don't own them. And I was thinking everything, even to the hand, Srila Prabhupada was saying, every senses, gross and subtle, everything is owned by the Lord because it is given by the Lord. So I was thinking, wow, what am I doing with the senses? Am I using it in Krishna's service? In fact, I was even, in fact, Srila Prabhupada said, he talked about Dhritarashtra, right? How he's just wanting to kill the Pandavas for the sake of, to have his sons get it. And Srila Prabhupada was saying, everybody's thinking about their wife, their husband, their children, their family, their this, their that. How many of us are thinking what pleases the Lord? That was really a wake-up call for me. We focus so much time on our family, our wife, our husband, our children, but but how many of are we thinking if this is what is pleasing to the Lord? What does Krishna want? What is the right thing to do in Krishna's service? So that was a very powerful, reflection that as practicing devotees, I can apply. So, to check our senses and our consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you for sharing. Well, yes, the enviousness or envy is a real problem for all of us. So that is what will prevent us from going back to Godhead. So please be careful about that. And of course, the Prabhupada explained extended selfishness also. So we should definitely be careful how we lead this life so that we don't envy people. And envy, we want things for ourselves. Mother Gita, I see that your hand is still up. Did you want to unmute and share more? Please go ahead if that's what you want.
Yes, if you don't mind, I'd like to share my personal experience.
Absolutely, please go ahead.
So, many years ago, my spiritual master was visiting Atlanta, and we were in one devotee's house, and one of my god sisters walked up to me when I was alone, and with a lot of anger, she said, "I'm very envious of you." And
Wow.
I froze. I didn't know what to do. This was a one-time experience, as you can say. So later on, I consulted my spiritual master and I asked, this is what she told me. And he said, I know. So he knew it too. And so then I started thinking, what should I do to remove that envy? So I started serving her without her knowledge, of course, started serving her, but that didn't help. So I just thought that was so very unfortunate for me that someone had that emotion for me. Haribol.
Well, you started serving her and still she kept that emotion of envy?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. And then
Wow.
finally she stopped. She stopped talking and, we used to meet, God siblings used to meet, to do kirtan and, hear
Right.
Prabhupada's lecture. So she stopped coming.
Oh boy. So see, that's what can happen. We all have heard this account by Mother Gita. This is what can happen if we hang on to negativity for so long, then it actually winds up affecting our own Krishna consciousness. Mm. So then that means you don't get a chance to go back to the spiritual world. But then we are the ones that, got this envy going, and that we have to be very careful of. I've experienced it too. I'll just say a short version of what I went through also. So actually, even from high school, I began to feel, some of those kind of comments from my classmates because there was some gift, talent, music, and then later on, a degree which is by material standards considered high, in science. And that's commies. I don't think much about it. But then when it came to the devotee community, and one of the, Mataji's would never say anything bad against me in public or for others, but then, one-on-one, she would come up to me, and then that's when the envy was shown by comments that she made, which really shocked me. But this is the way things are. They say, "Oh, you are a teacher, you're a trained teacher, but you don't know how to teach Gurukula. You were just teaching commie schools, therefore you can't teach Gurukula." That was one comment. And then, if I don't mind saying, I happen to have a PhD degree. She also used that and said, "But you just have one PhD. This other Mataji, she has three PhDs and you just have one." Now, she never said that in public, but for me directly, she said that too. And it was very hurtful to hear that because I wasn't just going around bragging about anything, but still, it is subtle and it's there. That's the point. It is there. Some devotees and look at other devotees and and it's always about something material anyway, which we're going to leave. Mhm. We're trying to use our talent or whatever it is that Krishna is giving us to serve Krishna. But that's what we need to remember so that we don't get into this envy situation. And the other point is, as as Srila Prabhupada explained, underneath it, here's the meaning. If we envy anyone because of whatever talent or whatever, because of the karma, something has come to them that's more plentiful materially, then we have to understand that Krishna owns everything. The one that has plentiful, the most plentiful is Krishna himself. So if a little bit that somebody has, we get envious of that person, we are still going to be kept, or we're going to be steeped in that original disease of envying Krishna. If we envy someone who has far less than Krishna has, if we envy him, we definitely will envy Krishna. When Krishna owns everything, because Krishna owns everything, Krishna gets all the attention. As the Papa said, he's enjoying. Everybody's using their senses, supposed to serve Krishna. So envy, we have to be really, really, really careful. If we envy anyone, we will still be envying Krishna. So that's something we need to get out of as soon as possible. Get all the help that we can to stop envying anyone. Hare Krishna. Any other points? What is you can mute yourself?
I feel bad that Mother Gita went through that because
Hmm.
Mother Gita is such a simple, advanced senior devotee trying to serve the spiritual master, and then you get this. Hare Krishna. I'm so sorry, Mother Gita, but I can definitely relate to that because I was just thinking how that individuals don't even know that this character or behavior or action is envy. Do you know that categorizing or classification, we're not even aware of the characteristics of envy, and then so we just don't know that's what it is. But yeah, mother, I can completely relate to that because I still go through it to this very day. It's sad because we're all trying to serve the best, to our spiritual master, to Srila Prabhupada, and sometimes it's taken wrongly. I hope you feel
Hmm.
better, mother.
Thank you, Anasuya. Actually, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that if we are able to recognize one of these disqualities, you can say that's no word, but that such and such person has this quality, that means we have it in ourselves, and that is how we are able to recognize it in others. So if we say I'm
Hmm.
envious of you, that means I have envy in me and I'm recognizing it because I have it. So I feel that, so yeah.
That's deep. Yes, we need to be very introspective of our own lives and how things are going with us and our emotions and our feelings. Are they in the right place? Are we serving devotees or are we envious of devotees? This is a very, very important point. And it's the original offense that got us out of the material, out of the spiritual world to the material world. So this is a very, 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 very important thing too, for everybody to be very careful of and have it explained properly, and also do a serious introspection of one's life to see how it's going. Because Maya would test us to see whether we're envious or not. We need to understand what that means. Hare Krishna. Any other point? What is?
Yeah, that was a nice point by Srila Prabhupada, when he was mentioning about Devki's brother Kamsa, and then, and even families can give us problem. And, Devki being the mother of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and you have this brother who's going to come give you hell. And I was thinking, wow, yeah, at least for me, what your Prabhupada is telling me is that even family members can give us problems in our Krishna consciousness. Because Devki is chosen, from past life to carry the Supreme Lord, within her womb. And then here you have a brother who is going to come give you hell. And I was thinking, wow, yeah, this is Krishna consciousness. Even our own family members, our own relatives, our own kin can be uh impediment in our spiritual life, and it's how we deal with it. But I was thinking, yeah, we are actually faced with that, and that pastime is not just a story. It's a lesson that family, relatives, connections, kin, whatever, it can be an impediment to our Krishna consciousness. And it's how strong we are, because Devki was very strong. I mean, it's not fun to sit in the jail and look at six blood marks on the wall of her sons killed. I mean, it's every day, like every day, for years. So I was just thinking, oh, this is pretty intense. But yeah, that was my realization. Haribo.
Hare Krishna. Very, very important. Yeah, even sometimes our own material family members, those things happen, with this. We can give example after example after example, but it boils down to this. Krishna consciousness means no envy. We should be serving everyone, and we should serve Guru, serve devotees, serve Krishna, servant of a servant of a servant. The more we're in the servant mode, then we are not going to be in the envious, or we're not going to be envious in the envious mode. When we see people with more toys, nice big houses, cars, expensive cars, and those things. Never ever think in terms of being envious of them. These things are temporary. They're not going back to the spiritual world with those things. They themselves need help for salvation if they're just materialists. They actually need help. They don't see it. They need help spiritually, but they don't see it. So never look at any kind of materials that other people have and be envious of them. It's not worth it at all. Everything here is temporary, and it gives some sort of suffering. Everybody's in a suffering condition. And so we chant Hare Krishna, and Krishna would actually be happy with us, Guru would be happy with us, and we can go back. How few people in this world know about Krishna consciousness. Even though it's available to all, but many people are not taking to it. Not they know, even if they heard about it, they don't take to it. But that's the one thing that can get us out of the material world, get us out of all the problems that we're going through. Hare Krishna. Anyone else want to share? Okay, in the meantime, I'll just share a little bit more. Much of what I put down has been talked about, which is wonderful anyway, Yes, Devaki was Krishna's most advanced devotee, so Krishna agreed to be her son. And previously, she and her husband had undergone austerities, wanting a son like Krishna. But that's not possible because there cannot be anyone equal to God. So God has no competition. Srila Prabhupada made that clear. Then he talked about the maintenance of the material world, Lord Vishnu controlling the Sattva gun and Brahma controlling the Raja gun, mode of passion, and Lord Shiva controlling the Tamagun, mode of ignorance. But Krishna, as Hishikesha, he's a supreme controller. And the point was made earlier on the realization by Srila Mataji that, we think our senses belong to us, but they actually belong to Krishna. So if we have like a hand and says, my hand, and Krishna withdraws the activity potential in the hand, and the hand becomes paralyzed, then it will still be part of our body, but we realize we can't do anything with it. So the senses actually do belong to Krishna. And so when we misuse the senses, then we are trapped in ignorance. Maya makes us think by designation. I'm American, African, Christian, Mohammedan, and so on. These are all upadi designations that don't help us. That's actually one of the cornerstones of the problems in the world because we think in terms of the body. But when we get purified and use the senses to serve Krishna, then we'll get purified when we use the senses to serve Krishna. So those are some of the things that I put down. Of course, there was one part here people started laughing because Krishna is the only enjoyer, and when we understand that and serve him, then he supplies all necessities for service. Papa made that point. There's no scarcity. Then he pinpointed Switzerland, says everything in Switzerland is important. The only thing there is snow. So the people started laughing. Well, that is something we can be looked into a little more. There's a reason why things happen the way they do. There's a reason why in Britain it's so cloudy more. And, they don't get much sun. This is all connected to things that they in the national karma. There's something called national karma. Things that they've been done that they have done as a nation, and this is the result of things that they've done that's negative. So anyway, we'll stop here. That's much of the rest of what I have. It's also been mentioned by Mother Gita and Mother Suya. So any last comments before we close? If not, thank you all for coming to hear Srila Prabhupada. And this is midweek, the rest of the week. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Krishna conscious week, all the way after the weekend. Vanchakalpatarubhishcha kripasundhya Vitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai. Lord Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Rukmini Mataji.